Do your F1 photos look like this? But you want them to look like this, or even this. And this can be for your thumbnails or for just a photo for your wallpaper or anything. Then you are in the right place, because I am going to teach you how to make the absolute best F1 photos.
Do it! Just do it!
Anyways, let's get back to the point. Now, what I find most important when you try to make a good picture is that you have inspiration. Unless you have a set idea from a league race, for example, if you're driving for McLaren on a specific track, you can always search up something nice online and try to, find something else. So let's do that real quick. Whoa, oh, okay, whoa. Yeah, that's better. So, as you can see here, have a lot of photos, and this one is actually fantastic. So, let's try to recreate this one. Now, what I usually do and what I find the absolute simplest to do is to just go into Time Trial, F1 of course, and then select your team. Unfortunately, I do not have the black livery mod. I could get it, but I think it's just a waste of time, honestly. First, what I'm gonna do is that I'm going to go into car and track selection, and we're going to go into session start time, and we're gonna go into official. But what you can actually also do is select midnight. I'm unsure if official and midnight are quite the same, but I just think that midnight might be placebo, but I just think it looks that slightly bit better. So then what you want to do is, what is this camera angle? What you want to do is you quickly want to drive a lap. Let's see how good I am on controller with no assists, besides the racing line, obviously. That did not happen. I just beached the car. Yeah. Alright, so what I want to do is that the photo that I took, or the photo that I'm getting inspiration from, is a high-speed photo. So I'm just gonna drive really quickly here. Probably just gonna line up like roughly in the middle of the track. And what you want to do now is that you want to go into instant replay and flashback. And this is just for everyone that doesn't know how to take go into camera mode. So I'm gonna find the spot that looks the best in my opinion, with maybe the best view. Like this looks gorgeous, just if we wouldn't have those things in the way. Yeah, this looks fantastic. So what you want to do on your controller is that you want to press on options. That's at least what it is on a PlayStation controller. I don't know what it is for all the other consoles, but so we're here in camera mode, and now we're going to get to the bit more advanced part and how you can actually like take really nice photos, because mostly what people do is that they just find the spot that they like and then just take a photo. But in my opinion, that isn't really looking that nice, and you need to work a bit more on it. So let's get started. So here we are in camera mode, and I'm quickly going to explain the things that we will be looking at. So we have the camera roll, the exposure, depth of field, zoom, and shutter speed. Those are the things that we'll be looking at today. And we'll also be looking at the effects, but we will be leaving these ones. We'll instead be using these four. So camera roll is pretty self-explanatory, and so is the zoom. It just zooms in. The exposure also just makes it just changes how the image looks. Depth of field is like a focus, which is also very useful. And shutter speed is one of the most useful things when you want to give your image a bit more life, because if we change this down to this, you can see that it looks like the car is going on a very high speed, and the lower we put this, the more movement it is in the image. But at this point, in my opinion, it just looks kind of blurred. It just looks like the car is like edited into the picture. which in my opinion is kind of so I will not be doing that. But so I'm just gonna walk through what I usually do when I take photos. And the first thing is that if you want to get closer, you shouldn't just come closer with the camera itself. What you want to do actually is go as far away as possible and then use the zoom. For some reason, this just looks 10 times better zooming in than actually coming very close. So I like doing this a lot more. And then we are going to change the shutter speed to something that we like, and usually something around the somewhat low ones. The last three, besides from the last one of course, looks very nice to me. And already this picture has come to so much more life than when it was before. And at this point we're going to turn on depth of field. Just gonna put it on the car itself, and it's just where the focus is. So if we put it here, for example, there's gonna be a bit more focus. As you can see, when I'm moving around this thing, it's more of just focus. It's kind of losing its effect when you have the shutter speed on, but I usually just put it on the cockpit. So this is already looking 10 times better than our first photo. What you can do is that you can play around a bit with the zoom, of course, if you want more or less zoom. Also, you can move a bit here if you're looking to place some text in the middle of the photo. You can also move around, of course. There's so many possibilities, and I'm probably going to be a bit more like this. And also, I think it will look very nice with some more camera roll. So camera roll plays a big part. It just gives the whole track like a lot more elevation. In my opinion, you shouldn't go over 3 though, so it doesn't look way too realistic. I think 2 here will be just fine. Yeah, for a little cheeky 2. And so that is it for the first one, and then we're just going to go into the effects. So here you need to just pick yourself. The things here are pretty self-explanatory. You can try turning each thing up to the maximum and see how it looks. But yeah, turning them all up is just, it's too much. Like it looks kind of strange to have it too much. But what I like is to have quite a lot of these two, and bloom is just, can't quite explain it, but if you look at the lights, they look a lot more powerful, and sorry about that, but I think this looks really nice already. So maybe a bit more saturation. I'm no professional photographer, but I guess I know how to take photos in F1, which is a useful skill, I guess. Look at that, we're done, and this picture is beautiful. I'm probably gonna use it for the thumbnail as well because it was so nice. But if you enjoy, then make sure to like and subscribe. If you learned something new, then comment below for the algorithm. And I'll see you in the next one.